Hey everybody, Jeff, data nerd from IntelliHost here, and today we're going to walk you through the Airbnb search funnel, I should say, the Airbnb booking funnel. The reason we're going to do this is because we're going to lay some groundwork for future videos. In the future videos, we're actually going to walk you through the IntelliHost dashboard itself. We're going to analyze some of our customers' properties, and we're going to show you how to use it to really drive more revenue. But in order to do that effectively, we really need to understand the metrics themselves. So here you go. I'm going to go through this quickly because it's recorded and you can stop and rewind this as much as you want, okay? So there are 4 steps to the Airbnb booking funnel, meaning there are 4 things that every guest does before they book your property, and every step is a chance for you to lose more guests. So optimizing your funnel or creating your funnel to be as flat as possible is the goal here. So number 1, impressions. An impression is any time you appear in a search result. This does not matter if you're on page 1 or 100. Every time you appear in a search result, you get an impression. Okay. Number 2, first page impressions. So once you've appeared in the search, you want to get on first page of that search so you can actually have a chance of getting clicked, which brings us to our step 3. Everyone has to click on your listing before they have any chance of booking it, right? So after you click it, it opens up the detail page, and then they go to the step 4, which is bookings. So once you've actually gotten someone to convert and actually book a night, you've completed step 4. So let's walk through those individually. We'll start with impressions here. When people go to the homepage, which by the way, 90% of all traffic on Airbnb comes from direct traffic. So they're actually going into the URL, typing airbnb.com, and they're coming here. They're not Google searching Airbnbs, they're going to Airbnb. That's why keywords are not relevant for Airbnb. Nobody uses keywords to search properties on Airbnb, okay? So they go to the homepage, they use filters, okay? They use the location, they use the check-in, check-out dates, and they use the guest count, and that takes them to the search result. Now, everyone that just appeared in this search result got an impression. Whether they're on page 1 or 15, they got an impression, and here are the things that you can do to get more impressions. Now, the name of the game for impressions is filters. So how can you appear in more filters? Well, you can make sure that your calendar is as free as possible, meaning you're not blocking off nights for personal use. You lower your minimum night stay so that if people are searching for smaller windows, you appear in those searches. Pricing, amenities, pets, cancellation policy. This is not a comprehensive list, but these are kind of the big ticket items, okay? So let's move on to step 2, first page impressions. So you're getting in your filters, now you want to get on page 1. This is all dependent upon Airbnb's algorithm. So it's a little more difficult, and people focus really, really hard on rank. But what you'll see is that rank is highly dependent upon other factors and lower down in your funnel. So name of the game for first page impressions: pricing, age of listing, reviews, and then the next 2, which we'll talk about in a minute, is your click rate and your conversion rate. This tells Airbnb that you're relevant, and that's what gets you higher up in search results, okay? So step 3, with clicks. Now, once you're actually seen here on first page, there's only a number of things that you can actually be that would influence whether or not someone clicks on you. Those are things like Superhost, your cover image or your hero image, your number of reviews and quality of reviews, your title, your number of beds, your nightly rate, and your total price. Okay, so these are the things that will actually get you clicked more, and here's just a list of those. Finally, step 4, there's a ton on this detail page, but in order to convert people, you need to actually, it's more about not scaring them away. So you want to have really professional pictures. You want to have photo captions on each of those pictures. You want to have a really easy to read description that sounds friendly. You want to not have too many fees, and make sure that those those most recent 6 reviews don't have any bad reviews in them that might scare anybody away. Okay, again, so this is not comprehensive, but those are the big ticket ones that you should watch out for. Now, really quickly, as we analyze these metrics in IntelliHost, you need to understand where this data is coming from, and we're pulling your data straight from Airbnb. We're pulling it behind the login, but it's important to know that the format that Airbnb is giving it to you is actually not what we're giving it to you in IntelliHost. So Airbnb is actually giving you a really confusing metric here. So if you're looking at views in Airbnb, this is how they define a view. The number of distinct visitors who saw the listing page when searching for trip dates within your selected dates during the 90 days leading up to those days. Okay, that was really confusing, so let me actually summarize it in a better way. If I'm looking at this Wednesday, March 8th, 1,448 views, that does not mean that on March 8th I got 1,448 views. That means that for the trip date of March 8th, I got 1,448 views before March 8th. That's really confusing and not helpful. So what we're doing in IntelliHost is actually collecting all of your future trip dates for you and aggregating how many trip dates you get or how many views you're getting for future trip dates, so you can know how many total views you got each day. So anyway, I hope that's helpful for you, and hope that provides a good context for future videos. And I hope you'll follow along with us and analyze your metrics.